Hello and welcome back to another week of Sambo iRacing. We are in the Acura AR06 GTP, this time at Mexico City for yet another track guide. Now, if you're running the open setup version of this and you want to drive the exact setup being driven by Gianni Lutzu in this track guide, you can go to our website, that is sambosetups.com, or you can go to our Patreon page. There is a link in the description. Also, if you want to improve your own skills and get coaching from the #1 rated driver coach on iRacing, you can go to Lutzu Driver Performance. There is also a link in the description for that. Gianni Lutzu, 10.5K, he's the guy you want to go and see. We are smashing it along the mega long back straight, coming up to turn 1. First braking marker on the left hand side is going to be the 5 marker. Go all the way down to second gear, back on the gas, over to the right hand side, lightly on the brakes, and then just to the left through the second apex there. Going over to the right hand side, I'm looking for just the 2 marker. Again, braking down to second gear, over to the left hand side. Now lift lightly on the brakes again. Gas first, up to second, then as the car settles down off those, back on the gas at first. Over to the right side, looking for midway between the porta potty and that marquee. Back on the gas in third, really thick this corner. Show you more in the breakdown lap. Back over to the left hand side as we get to the orange thing on the brakes, about 30%. Back on the gas in third. Now we've got absolutely flat. Remain deep in the throttle through the exit. And we're going to brake just before the start of this curbing, and again holding it around 70%, down to second gear, back on the gas ahead of the apex, over to the right side, on the brakes about 60%, again trail it off all the way down to first gear, back on the gas just to lift, now over to the left hand side, on the brakes about 40%, and to first at the final apex. Hug it close, round to the right hand side, and over across the line we go in a 1:33.152. Breakdown lap coming up next. Those of you that have stayed with me for the breakdown, well done. Right, so for turn 1, we're looking for this 5 marker on the left-hand side. So as we get there, you can see he started braking, hit 75% peak pressure, wipes that speed off all the way down to second gear, trails it off down to the apex where he picks back up on the gas, hugs it round to the right hand side to really open up turn 2, and now he's going to do a big lift on the brakes, only up to about 5%, and just trail that off, starting to get back on the gas once we've gone over that curb, over to the left hand side, doesn't make it up to 100% before he starts a lift again, and then again starts picking back up on the gas at the apex. Still forces him all the way out to the left hand side. Now we're looking for this 2 marker on the right hand side, so we start braking, and again he goes straight up to 75%, points to the outside of the corner to wipe all that speed off. Now he trails it off down into second gear, back on the gas at the apex. Stays over to the left hand side to open up the next corner here of turn 5, and just lightly on the brakes, as again you can see there it's only up to sort of 5%, back up to first and second, and now he gets on the brakes as soon as all 4 wheels have come back off the curb, down to first gear, picking back up on the gas in between the 2 apexes. Right, now the porta potty is just there on the right hand side, as you can see, and we're going to start braking midway between that and the white marquee that you can see on the right hand side, tent you may call it, depending on where you live. And we get on the brakes up to about 50%, trails it off down to third gear and back on the gas at the apex, making sure you're really cutting this corner, otherwise you're costing yourself time. And we're just going to get on the brakes only up to about 10-15%. This next corner, head over to the left hand side, we're looking for this orange marker on the left hand side. As we get there on the brakes, he hits a peak pressure of about 32%, trails that off, back on the gas in third, he's at 3/4 pressure, absolutely flat through that next bit. Right, so we come up to turn 12. We're going to start braking just before we get to the red and white cross hatchings on the left-hand side. And again, initially straight up to sort of 70-75%. 5% speed off, down to second, picking back up on the gas just ahead of the apex. Uses that sausage curb on the left-hand side to straighten the back end of the car. Revs it out in second gear, does he? Yes, before then getting back on the brakes as soon as he's sort of halfway across the track, pointing towards the outside curbing. Now trails it off, long trail off into first gear, back on the gas. Just a lift to go through that. Now he's not wanting to unsettle the car into this final corner, so unlike in the GT3s, we're not all the way over on the left-hand side up to the wall. Gets on the brakes up to about 40%, trails that off in first gear, back on the gas at the apex. And there we have it. That is the breakdown lap. We've got one final version coming up next with the driving line on without me talking. For those of you that like to learn that way, thanks for watching.